na 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 na
Square
na
round
na.
You know, you need to tune in if you want to hear So we Chad, Josh, Dmitri, and Marcus every Friday.
It's the Square Round Table.
Tune in.
It's the Square Round Table podcast. Tune in every Friday. Let's have a blast. I know at work you had a long day. Just relax and tune in.
Make sure you tune in weekly, every Friday. MajorsOnMusic.com. We also tune on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. So yeah.
Hey, what's going on, my freaks and geeks? We are the Square Round Table podcast. I want to thank you all for joining us this evening, guys, and for being on our journey in general. We really appreciate all of our followers, all of our listeners, all of our watchers, guys. We appreciate all of it. And this has been a great journey, guys. Thank you for being with us. But look, tonight we have a very special guest this evening. Tonight we welcome the very talented voice actor, Mr. Cedric Williams. Give it up, guys.
Hey, thank you guys for bringing me on today. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for being a part of this.
It's an honor.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much
To be amongst my fellow nerds. I love
There
it.
you go.
Fellow blurs. Awesome.
Yes.
We all represent for the blurs out here, man. It is totally exactly. It is totally. What is this? Is this the blurred sign? What am I missing?
This was Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man, dude. Come on.
But I just did it upward like this, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
The Miles Morales.
Definitely. Definitely the Miles Morales. But yeah, man, you were definitely awesome, man. The one thing we're gonna have to get straight is that you just before the podcast started, we had a Funko Pop fight. So this dude is literally killing us in the Funko Pop game right now. I think
and
I
feel threatened.
I feel threatened too, because I think I got 35. How many you got, Dmitri?
Shoot, I want to say I'm closer to 80, 85. Yeah, I'm around that range. Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah, I'm impressive. I usually have the most and nobody challenges me, but you came at me with that 102. So now I'm feeling like I had to get back in the game a little bit. Let's take a little break. My season's back.
Okay.
I'm at the
that.
bottom of the totem pole. I got 10.
Bro, I got 4. I got 4 or 5. So it's okay.
Are they characters that that are close to your heart? You don't just get random pops. They have to mean something to you.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Everyone I have is either one that Chad, Josh, and Demetrius gave me, and then the other ones are my favorite characters. I got Darth Vader, Batman, the Black Ranger, Muhammad Ali. But my favorite one that I just got is Run DMC, and it's all 3 of them. They all came in separate boxes, but it's all 3 of them. And Jam Master Jay has his little turntable with him. So that's my favorite one right now.
That's dope. I've never seen that one before. That's
awesome. You said, they all mean something to me. My Muhammad Ali.
Mm-hmm.
And my boy Demetrius got me the big old his chamber.
Yeah.
With the helmet coming down. So yeah.
Oh, from episode 3.
Yeah. It's a small collection, but it's pretty nice.
Okay. You got unique ones though, not the average $12 ones. You got some that are worth 50, 100.
Right.
But the thing I love about Funkos the most is they make the best gifts though. You know what I'm saying? Because they literally, the Funko Pop for me is actually scary because they tackle everything. You got to be okay, there are some parts of pop culture that you guys shouldn't tackle, but they literally have everything you could think of. I just showed you, for instance, my brother, he got me the Michael Scott, Funko Pop. And then Demetrius, he knows I'm the biggest, I will fight anybody over this. I'm the biggest Miles Morales fan ever. And Demetrius got me the Miles Morales / Venom Pop. And then Marcus knows that I'm a huge Donald Glover fan. So he got me the Lando Calrissian Donald Glover Pop. So it's just cool, man. They make really dope gifts. And they're easy to collect. That's why I know it wasn't hard to come up on 102.
Yeah. I remember my first one was I was watching Captain America Civil War. And then Black Panther showed up for the first time. Rest in peace to the King, Chadwick Boseman. And when I saw that, I was like, yo, his character's so cool. And so I went to that Disney store and I got me. That was my first pop. And then it just went from there. Then I got Finn from Star Wars. Shout out to John Boyega.
Oh yeah.
And then it just kept happening. Then next thing I knew, I had 102 of them.
That's how it happens. It's one you get one and then you get addicted or something like that. It makes you buy another one and you keep going and going. And then you get with an outlandish number of 102.
Outlandish number. So what's your Funko Pop setup, man? You have a like special shelving you made for your pops?
I cleared out my closet, and then like on the top shelf, I have like space up there. I don't take mine out the box.
Because you're a real collector.
Yeah.
Whoa! Don't come out of take it out of the box like that.
If they're really special, like they'll sometimes have the hard plastic, like little shell over it. I think my Sora from Kingdom Hearts, my Kuwabara, my Kurama, and my Frieza all have the
protective little clear case over it.
Yeah.
Around it, the box.
Yeah, and then my Gold Black Panther does too, I believe. Oh no, not my Gold Black Panther, my Chase Black Panther. I got like 3 different Black Panthers.
Oh, that's yeah. No, I understand. I got the plastic too, because my favorite anime of all time. Like I said, I even got it tatted on me. Full Metal Alchemist. So
okay, Brotherhood or regular?
Both.
Come on. Whoa.
I can't. They're my children, man. I can't. It's like I can't choose. They're both beautiful. They're both beautiful in their own way. So but I guess for purposes like this, because I would have to go, I guess, with Brotherhood. I would have to, because I like Alphonse more in Brotherhood, but yeah. But
and I love they gave Mustang a lot more backstory.
Yeah,
and, and Hughes, they gave him a little bit more backstory as well. So it makes you feel more sorry for him when he.
Spoilers now.
Right, no spoilers, but yeah, and then you gotta love the Greedling storyline.
Yeah. So Greedy. I think that was Tyler Abercorn who voiced him.
Yeah,
and he's one of my favorites, and it was great to see him like be a cool anti-hero.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, that's just a really well written anime, and for me it was like my gateway. Because everybody likes Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is like the jumping off point. So everybody, if you're in the 5th grade, everybody was drawing Dragon Ball Z on their notebooks, printing out pictures of Goku, Super Saiyan 12, and all that.
Remember Dragon Ball AF? Oh my gosh, Goku is Super Saiyan 5 Goku! Exactly. Like the silver hair, and then they like eventually made Ultra Instinct.
Exactly. No, but the thing I like about that is that Akira Toriyama and the Dragon Ball Z team, they paid attention to that kind of stuff. Yeah. Because remember, up until everybody was like, oh man, like back in the day, like Black Goku, man, Black Goku, and now we have Goku Black. So obviously they were paying attention to what people like. So I appreciate that. But yeah, that's like I said, that's the gateway for everybody. But I didn't really start watching anime until I watched both Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And it just changed my life. Like seriously, that was because I'm a chemist myself. So just watching an anime about science and all that kind of stuff, like it was epic for me, man. Like,
So really look, I got a question for y'all.
What's up?
Would you count Samurai Jack as an anime or as a cartoon or a little bit of both? Because it definitely got like elements of both. Yeah.
And
it used to come on in that slot on Toonami.
I would put it in the same category as Avatar: Last Airbender when it comes to like. So it's an American cartoon inspired by anime. So I would call it an honorary anime.
Okay, that's a good way of putting it.
I always tell people I'm not like the biggest anime watcher, but I definitely was put on by Toonami. That was my gateway to all the anime. And of course, they played all the old stuff from like the 90s and all that. So
Cowboy Bebop, Trigun.
Trigun. Love that
Big
show.
O. A lot of people don't know about Big O. Shout out.
Yeah.
Oh, Big O was. Was that like 5 o'clock in the morning? Like,
yeah.
Came on at 5 o'clock in the morning.
5 o'clock in the morning.
You're like, what is this?
See, this is how like all of us like when we were in like grade school, we never went to bed because
Yeah.
we know about all these animes.
Yo, it was on Saturday night, and I had church in the morning, and my mom was wondering why I was falling asleep in church. I'm
Dude,
like,
yes, tell me about it. Tell me about it. But I love it though. I love to see the American cartoons inspired by anime. One of my favorites though, and I know you guys will also agree, like Boondocks. Like I
Bro,
love
you must have read my mind.
Yeah.
Boondocks was heavily inspired by Samurai Champloo.
Yeah, it's
Cameron
a video.
Magruder.
It's a video. I gotta find it, and I'm gonna send it to you too, Cedric. It's like they got the comparisons of all the scenes like Aaron McGruder took from anime and did like shots in the show, and it's like the exact shot by shot.
Hey, that's awesome.
Didn't he do something from Cowboy?
All of y'all, but it is awesome.
I think I saw that because I think he did something with Cowboy Bebop, like that one scene with the broom. Yeah,
and definitely season 2 was a lot more anime focused, like inspired. Season 1, he kind of was closer to the newspaper comic. It was from Huey's perspective. And then season 2, he was just like, you know what? I love anime. And then from there, and season 2 was probably the most anime inspired season, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Season 3 was more like parodies. And then season 4 was just like a completely different direction.
Yeah, it just
shows, so you know.
Yeah, it kind of went left or whatever, but
I actually I like some of the episodes in season 4.
Yeah, there were some good moments in there.
And I'm looking forward to season 5 as well. So make sure I think it's gonna be on HBO Max. So make sure y'all get HBO Max so y'all can see Boondock season 5.
check it out. Exactly.
Yeah,
I can't
self plug right here. Hey, get HBO Max.
HBO Max, get it now.
HBO Max now.
Yes,
exactly. There you go. You heard it from Cedric himself. But yeah, Cedric, man, we wanted to know just a little bit about you, man, in particular, because you know you're an actor, voice actor. You're in a lot of the awesome anime we talk about. And once again, congratulations on like some of the new roles you've been getting, like specifically
thank you.
Basket. Like awesome.
Yeah,
cool.
he's fun. That's a fun character. I was not expecting that because Kuroko has been out since 2012, I think, or we're just now getting a dub.
I think
and it was pretty awesome to be a part of that series. I'm really happy about that one.
Yeah, man, we're happy for you. Me and my brother, like we think it's pretty cool when we have guys on the show and then we get to watch like their work. And I'm like, yeah, man, that's Cedric. We're about to talk to him in a couple weeks. Man. That's pretty cool. So, like, it's always dope, man, to get to see the people behind the art. So that's good stuff, man.
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, you're 100% welcome, man. Oh, what's up?
Yeah, for sure. Cedric, I was gonna ask you, like, what's the process for being able to get such a role? How would you go about like sending out your demo or something?
It's all about relationships. With these studios, they sometimes have classes and workshops. I started off like doing a class and then meeting them at like Anime Expo, and then just kept on updating them on stuff I was doing. And so many people want to do anime, but they want to see who's committed and who's eventually, if you keep on like, I told the story a few times, like I would give cookies to the studio, to the anime studio that I wanted to get with. And I became friends with the cast director and the crew and everything. And eventually started to get auditions, and eventually I booked. Started off with Hunter, then Promised Neverland, and then Kuroko's Basketball. So when you do good work, people hear about you, and then they trust you to do another role. It's like a domino effect. It's all about being persistent and being ready when you get that audition. I took acting classes. I produced my demo. I paid my dues, and then took a lot of rejection, but eventually I got there. And there's still so much work to be done. Off to a pretty good start.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I would say your MDB is pretty packed. Like this is a whole lot of stuff.
Thank you. I mean, I would like to work a lot more. Like I'm a workaholic. Like I just want to continue to break barriers and continue to like do great roles. I have my goal list and certain shows I want to be on, and I'm just like praying that like I get my chance. And yeah, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna make us proud. I'm gonna do my best.
Oh yeah,
hey,
we know this.
We appreciate you, man, representing for, you know what I'm saying, all the blurs out there, man. Like that's good stuff. yeah, just having our face out there, you know what I'm saying, have that representation that we can be in these industries. It's big stuff, man. It's really important.
Yeah, representation is everything. I want to shout out to other people of color, blurred voice actors, Zeno Robinson, who's a good friend of mine, Neris Quinones, she's a good friend of mine, Danny Chambers, Mark Allen, Bill Butts, Kimberly Ann Campbell, Tiana Camacho. I'm naming all the blurs.
Yeah, man.
All the black voice actors.
All of them.
Yeah, so shout out to all of them who's doing their thing every day. Yeah, making history every day.
Man,
oh, and Gabe
it's
Kunda.
awesome.
He's great. Like he does like a ton of, he's Rock Lock in My Hero Academia.
I was about to say Rock Lock. Yeah.
But he does like a ton of like movie trailers. Like what I tried to do earlier is nothing compared to what he can do.
Dude, I've heard him. He's crazy. I was like, that's his voice. I was like,
Yeah, that dude is so cool. I'm like, Gabe, I want to be like
sick.
you when I grow up, man.
Man, he's so sick. But yes, we try to, like I said, with this show, like the whole point, if we break it all the way down, is just trying to get representation out there and just to show people that there are so many different walks of life that do these jobs. Like just having just our face and then like representing women out there and everybody really, and that's within the anime community, within the art community and the sciences and all that kind of stuff, just trying to get representation out there, man. And we've even talked to other African-American voice actors. I know we had Rebecca Thomas on here not too long ago.
I forgot to mention Rebecca. Yes, Rebecca too, the queen. Yes, Rebecca Thomas.
Yeah. Man, and we had Laura
Stahl. How did I forget? Laura Stahl too. Yes, and Mela Lee. Yep.
Yeah, man. So it's like we're just trying to get all that representation out there, man. But that's good. Definitely appreciate you for shouting them out, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No problem. I want everybody to know we're coming. Like we're here, and it's gonna open up the doors for the next generation. That's what it's all about.
I think so.
Barriers.
Breaking barriers, man. I completely agree. And for you, you talk about the work you put in and paying your dues and all that good stuff, and how that led to where you are right now and where you aspire to be later on in your career. So in general, man, like, is acting something you always wanted to do? Like, what sparked that interest for you? Did you have any influences? Like, how did that come?
I remember my earliest memory of acting was watching Jungle Book when I was little, and I would act out what I saw on the TV. And then I grew up loving movies. I actually I wanted to do on camera, like most actors that come to LA. I still pursue on camera, but the voice acting's been taken over. And but the voice acting just sparked when I saw this video of this guy. He made a demo. He was like a black guy. He wasn't a famous voice actor, but he had a really cool demo with Spongebob on there and like a really cool deep voice, like nerdy voice. I'm like, I can do that because my whole life I've been doing like weird voices and stuff. And so it's something just clicked right there. That was like my epiphany moment. And so I found out that cartoons weren't real. There were people talking behind the cartoons. And then
that's a sad realization that we all have.
Yeah. So SpongeBob isn't really, it's a guy that voices him. Shout out to Tom Kenny, my favorite voice actor. But yeah. And so I did my research, and so yeah, I'm inspired by, on the on-camera acting side, Denzel, Leonardo DiCaprio, Johnny Depp, Zoe Saldana. I really love Robert Downey Jr., Don Cheadle, a lot of people. And then on the voice acting side, Tom Kenny, Cree Summer, Phil Lamar, Kevin Michael Richardson, Zeno Robinson, Ryan Bartley, who's a great friend of mine as well. So many people. Yeah, so many to name, but yeah, I'm inspired by a lot of people.
Yes,
and
yeah,
the anime just kind of, always loved anime, but I originally was like, wanted to do cartoons because that's like, I watch cartoons. That's all I watch. And then the anime was just kind of, it was such like a small niche of people because, you know, when you watch anime, you hear like the same voice actors. I wasn't sure how to get into that. It's a different animal than like prelay animation. So when I found out about how to get into anime voice acting, I'm like, cool, I could be like a cool character and do a power-up move and maybe be like a Goku or Naruto or Luffy character one day. Yes. So yeah, that's how that came to be. So yeah, did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
it. No, you're good, man. Because go ahead, Josh. What's up, man?
Well, yeah, Cedric. I was gonna ask. You also mentioned how you were interested in doing on camera acting as well. Like,
Yeah.
Does that take a certain kind of skill that's different from voice acting, or is it basically the same skill set?
It's different. So voice acting, since you're not on camera, you can be as big as you want in the studio. Like you can use your body and your hands and everything and be really animated. But when you're on camera, if it's a little bit more subtle, if it's like a drama, it's all like the emotion has to be in your eyes. And then like for comedy, you'd be big but still realistic at the same time. So it's just a different skill set. And since I've been doing a lot of voice acting, I am sometimes a little too animated when I do my own camera. So I've been trying to tone it down a little bit. But I have the good voice projection due to being a voice actor, but like just grounding everything. And so but like certain like video games and stuff is like realistic acting too, as if it was on camera. But like for cartoons and some anime, you can be big, but for like on camera, you just gotta bring it all in. Just be grounded. Yeah. That's the word, grounded.
Oh, okay. So, and that's actually an interesting aspect. So for the career path where you can't really see your face, they want you to be literally as animated as possible. And then when you're actually in front of the camera, you have to dial it back. That's you would think it's the opposite.
Yeah. The opposite. But how would I look though if I was like, let's say I'm doing like a dramatic movie, and let's say my brother got kidnapped and I was going in there all animated. Where's my brother at? Where is he? I gotta find him. Where is he? So that would look weird if I were like bring it down. Where's my brother? Where is he? Please. Where are you? You gotta tell me where he is.
That would make more
so
sense.
I just dialed it down.
No, yeah. I guess that would make a lot of sense.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, I suppose that aspect does make sense because when it's just your voice, you have to get all that extra emotion out that you wouldn't be able to get with body language. So.
Oh yeah, dynamics, highs and lows, different inflections, different tones. Yeah, and a lot of the best voice actors, we do use our bodies when we act. We don't just stand there and just do a voice. We embody the character. Sometimes we even like, if a character has like buck teeth or like a big nose or something like that, we use the physicality. If the character has a big nose, I'll actually put my voice in my nose right here. If they have called buck teeth like this, I will actually like make my teeth buck like this. It just depends on the character.
Oh, okay. And
literally become the character.
That's actually a good point, because I wanted to know, because I see like all the time, like on social media, I know you had the 6 character thing where you practice like different types of already known characters.
Oh yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Actually, like that. And then you go like in a store and you like, I like how you saw the toy. You tried to guess like what kind of voice that character would have.
Oh, you actually went through all that? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we do our research here.
Okay. Yeah, that was just like something fun. In voice acting, when we have an audition, we sometimes get the picture of the character, and that really helps out because when you see people, sometimes people are like, how do you do voice acting? Like, how do you like do all those voices? Like, it comes so natural when you see a character. Like if you see like a little bunny character, you know what a bunny sounds like. If it's like a little cute bunny, you automatically go like this. Make your voice really high pitched and happy. It just depends on, it just comes out. When you were a little kid and you were like reading like a book, you would like automatically do the voice when you saw the pictures. It's the same thing. You got to revert back to that imagination you had when you were a kid.
Was that a learning curve for you? Because I know it's got to be something to where it takes a lot of practice to be able to snap in and out of a voice like that, because you've done it like 6 times since we've been on the podcast so far. So how long did it take you to get to that comfortable point where you were just like, yeah, at any point in time, I can lay this on the line? And
well, it is a lot of practice and like a lot of being confident, but it's also like not being afraid to look silly. If I were to like do, if I did the voice in it and it was whack, and at least I had fun doing it. If I tried to do like an impression and it didn't sound like the person, at least I like had that essence of the character or that person, and it was fun. You can't worry about failing because there is no right or wrong answer. It's your interpretation. Yeah, so just have fun. That's the main thing. Have fun.
Your impressions are spot on.
So do you like watch a lot of TV to like get those impressions? Because you did a Rick and Morty thing before the podcast started.
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming you like rerun different shows to get that voice going.
Yeah, and I can't do every character, but like the ones that I resonate with, I just try to watching the cartoon. I find out what their personality is and certain catchphrases that they say, and I just embody the character. Like a character I like to do a lot is SpongeBob Squarepants.
You like that,
Like,
right?
that's the one I really like. That sound exactly like SpongeBob, but it's my version of SpongeBob. So
That's pretty close.
I like have his essence, and it's fun.
I like the technical part of that though. For instance, because I know just the voice that you, and I just want to know if that was something that you researched, because the voice that you project obviously isn't the voice that you hear inside your head.
Yeah.
So it's a little dissonance when it comes to that. So how did you get to where you can like emulate a character and know where to fit your voice to make it sound exactly like what you're hearing?
When you watch a bunch of cartoons and you do this, you do get an ear for it. SpongeBob has like a naturally like high, his voice is obviously high pitched, but it's nasally. When you hear him, SpongeBob actually he's the same voice actor, Tom Kenny, but he's had many different versions of his voice. Like when he first, in the earlier episodes, it was a little deeper like this, a lot more mature like this, Patrick, hey Patrick. And then after like the movie, his voice was more like this. It was a lot more high pitched. Ready. And then like now he's a lot more like even more childish and more immature. So it's like a mix between the first two. And then like in the new series that just came out, it's even higher and more childish. So it just depends. So you get an ear and you find it's voice placement, and it's just having the thought of the character in your mind, and then it just comes out. If it doesn't sound like the character, cool. It was your version of it. You're not going to sound exactly, unless you're an impressionist. Voice acting is not all about changing your voice. It's about acting first. The voice comes second. I'm reminding myself that because when I'm auditioning and I'm like, oh, I can't get this voice right, I forget about the acting sometimes. You just got to let go and have fun.
That's awesome. That's a lot of good information, especially for a lot of our viewers and listeners that might want to get into voice acting. That's definitely a good nugget to carry around. Yes. And I want to know, like, specifically for you, as a voice actor, what do you think is better? Like trying to find characters within your wheelhouse or trying to master different pitches and different voice or character types? Like I know specifically you talk about what type of character or characters that you do. So are you trying to do different like types of characters, like I guess meaner sounding characters or older characters? Because I know you fit within the 5 to 13-year-old range of characters.
Yeah, you're mostly gonna get cast like characters closer to your regular voice. If for a demo though, if you want to show your range, you just experiment. So I do audition for characters that are usually out of my voice range. I'll try it. Like if it's an older character, mean character, like more gravel in the voice, I'll try it. Whether I get it or not is up to the casting director. It is good to like master what you do best. And then, but have those voices in your wheelhouse, because sometimes you'll get cast as a character and then in the middle of the session, like a random like fish character, a bird character, and they need like a voice on the spot. And then, hey, this random character appeared. Cedric, what can you do for this voice, for this character? I'm like, oh, how about this for the bird character? Nah, can you make him a little bit more mean? Yeah, you want him more mean like this? You know, I have that voice in my wheelhouse, and it just kind of, you just got to be ready. So yes, to answer your question, master what you have, but always have some stuff in your wheelhouse so you can be ready to be more like, what's the word I'm looking for? Where you can like so you have a utility of voices. So when an opportunity is thrown at you, you're ready.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. That's a good one. Because I guess you got to be like improvisation. Like you got to be ready to improv.
Yeah, improv is very important. Like I improv a lot of my auditions, and most of the stuff I book is stuff that I improv. So
really,
that's a little nugget for y'all. Improv cool. Your auditions. Okay. Add a little extra in there because they hear the same thing over and over again. Try to do something that catches their ear, something different. I like to do stuff like for the very first line, I'll add like something small. So the first thing they hear is different, not just that first line. Like it could be something small, like a laugh, like a hey, or just like some little extra like that, and it'll sound different.
So you just basically take every opportunity to set yourself apart from like everybody else.
Yeah, you're already going to be different because no one has a voice like you. So you already have that going for you. But if you can add a little bit more when it comes to the acting part and embodying the character, I used to do a lot of weird stuff in my auditions. Sometimes I used to slate in the character voice. Slate like Cedric Williams reading for whatever the character's name is. Sometimes I would do it. They do that so they can hear your real voice first and see what your personality is before you start getting into the character. I used to do the character voice in character, and I found out that I shouldn't do that. But that was when I was like trying to experiment doing something different.
Yeah. Why didn't they? Oh, because they want to hear your regular voice.
Yeah, they want to hear what your real voice sounds like, and then what it becomes later as the character. One time I even got booked off my slate. They're like, we actually like your real voice. We felt like the character voice you did was a little too deep. Like, we want that higher pitched nasally voice you got. I'm like, okay. Yeah. So if I didn't do my slate like that in my real voice, they wouldn't have heard my real natural voice without any inflections added to it.
Okay. And that actually got you a job. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Overall, man, what I see about you so far is I really like your overall work ethic. Like, taking cookies to your potential employer, like that's top notch.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Well, you know,
that's pretty cool.
Who's gonna turn down cookies, man?
Who's
gonna turn down cookies?
They're gonna be like, oh, this is the guy that brought me those really soft chocolate chip cookies. He's got the job. I don't care what he said.
I don't care what he's saying out of his mouth. He got this job.
Yeah, you know.
Also on a more technical aspect of it, it's good to have an inventory of like characters that you can whose voices you can replicate well.
Yeah, for sure. I do recommend when you're making a demo, make sure all your characters on there are original characters that you made up. It's cool that you can do SpongeBob, Rick and Morty, or whatever character, Elmo, whatever character you can do. But you shouldn't put that on your demo though, because they want to hear what you can do. There's already like people who voice those like famous characters already. You can be inspired by those characters. You shouldn't put like characters that are already voiced by other people on your demo. But it's cool to do them though, because it shows your versatility, and that's the word I was trying to say earlier. Versatility.
Okay. I didn't know that, because once again, it's like if you're not in that industry, I swore it would have been the opposite. Like, they want to see how many already established characters you can voice, but they want you to have like organic different types of voices that you created, kind of.
Yeah, and think about it too, when you listen to anime voice acting in particular, aren't those like, have you noticed like it's all real sounding for the most part, real sounding characters, and it's mostly our real voices in anime. Like Don and Cheetu they're my real voices slightly higher. Like Cheetu's more like this. He's a lot more energetic and more childish. Don is pretty much the same thing. Don's voice is more like this. It's more of a serious show, a lot more grounded than Cheetu's voice. But it's still my voice though. Right. And I'm like looking at my characters to see. My Kuroko's basketball character.
Wall,
it's so when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I'm grateful for being blessed with the roles. And then I want my whole wall to be filled up. Yeah. Did I answer your question?
No,
I just kind of keep
talking
and like,
that's good.
That's all good. Keep talking.
Okay.
I always tell every guest, like, the worst thing that can happen is just that we have a podcast and we're like, yeah, man, so blah, 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 blah. And then they just give us like a,
Yeah.
Just sit there, or like a one-word answers.
Voice acting is cool. Yeah, I really enjoy it. Yes.
I love it.
Next question.
Right. And next question. No, because we wanted to be as organic as possible, like a regular conversation. So you're good, man. Like,
you're doing it.
No, we definitely encourage like the conversational aspect. Like, we want that. That's great. Yeah, man, you're definitely good. But I did have a question for you though about, because you made a comment about finding or trying to get like work when you were at an anime expo. Was that
anime expo? Yeah.
Were you signing there, or did you just go there as a like?
I just went there as a fan. This was before I had any voice acting credits. And so it's the studio I wanted to work with. They had a booth there. They actually even had open auditions.
Really?
But yeah, I don't know if they do it anymore, but and so I saw the casting director and I just stopped by and said hi. that constant, like them seeing me, seeing that I'm a cool person to be around, seeing they're like, oh, he likes anime. He's at Anime Expo. People want to work with people that they like and love what they do. Yeah. Obviously, I love anime because I paid money to go to Anime Expo. True. They like that. They remember that stuff. It's a business of building relationships. That's very important. So be a good person and treat everybody with respect, and don't go into that studio with any negativity. Like, always be fun. You know how you just said you like for people to come in here and be authentic and just be like conversational? Bring good energy wherever you go, and then people will remember that. There's people, because you never know when you do a session and you do a good job, you never know who's talking about you. Word gets around really fast in this industry. Make sure you have a good reputation, because that's how you have longevity.
And it seems close knit too, like you said. A lot of and you start to notice that when you watch different shows, like you hear a lot of the same voices over and over again. So it seems like y'all are really just a close group of people. So if one person does something, like everybody knows about it.
Yeah. Before the pandemic, like we all hung out with each other, like all the LA-based voice actors. Nice. We have little get-togethers. Sometimes we have game night, playing Super Smash Brothers. It's a birthday. We would hang out with each other. We would go to the local coffee shop because it's like right there where the studios are. And we would just have a good time. And we passed by each other in the studio. I was like, hey, what's up? Oh, you on the show? Cool, me too. Because for anime, we record by ourselves. It's not like a group thing. And so after our session, the next voice actor comes in to do their part. And so it's good to just see people and, hey, man, I remember when you said that you wanted to get into voice acting, and like now you're here. It was a veteran that saw you like when you were an aspiring voice actor. Now you're working on the same show as them. That's a beautiful feeling right there. Like when you finally get to work with your heroes. I've got to work with one of my heroes before, and it's great, because I remember like listening to these people. And I never thought I can get to where they are, or they just seem so untouchable. And then when I met them, they're the nicest people, and it's an honor to be mentioned in the same credits and like same sentence as some of these people who inspired you.
No, it's definitely a full circle. I know it's a great feeling for you,
man. Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, for sure. And also, it's just funny how like certain opportunities can come up just walking around and talking to people.
Yeah, there's mixers.
Anime convention.
Yeah, and different mixers and meetings and like after parties at the cons. That's how you meet people. Just be social and talk to everybody. You never know. They could be looking for your voice type.
Has social media played a big role in like your just getting yourself out there as a voice actor?
Oh yeah, especially during the pandemic, voice actors were on there a lot more. When we post a role, hey, just book this role, and then people will have easier access to us to say, hey, I loved you as that character. And then when you like answer them, like they love it, and they see that you're a real person, you're down to earth, they're really supportive, they retweet your announcement, then you get more fans, more people who appreciate you. I don't call my fans, I call them friends. And I don't think I'll ever get to the point where I'm like bougie or anything. Like, nah, it's not part of my character. I'm always going to be like, if I can answer a question, because I sometimes have people slide in my DMs asking me how to get into voice acting. And I'll answer. If they're respectful, then I'll answer. Yeah, it's been great just seeing all the support, all the likes, all the comments. And don't let it go to your head though. But you never know what your performance did to somebody, like as far as changed their life or got them out of a dark place because your character made them laugh. You just never know. So yeah, social media has been great to connect with friends.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
that's good stuff. And speaking of friends, cool. You made a comment about playing Smash, man. That's a good way to lose friends right there, man.
Oh man, I have a friend.
Man, I've seen it happen with my own eyes, man. We was we had like a little party with guys. We don't call it sleepover, we call it hang out. So we was hanging out and stuff, and we was at my homeboy's house, and we had already talked about it at school. We was like, okay, we playing. This is when the GameCube had just came out and Smash Brothers was out. So we was playing Smash Brothers, the newest 007, the Mario Kart, and Super Mario Party, something like that. But we all knew what we was coming to play. And we were playing, and there was two guys playing, And when I say they clashed and it got serious, and then for 3 weeks when we came back from school, like they did not talk to each other, and they was like close. And it was all because of Super Smash Brothers, and it's just crazy because even as grown men now, you still want to curse your brother out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Some shady, and then you be like, oh nah, don't talk to me, man. So yeah,
Yeah, because remember when Josh got his butt beat? Yeah, I remember that when I got that time. Yeah, we got to be that out right now.
Who's y'all's characters though?
Lucario and Ryu.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you dirty,
And
man.
Luigi.
You dirty. Okay, characters with that extra, like, man, Lucario with his extra kill power when his percentage goes up too high. And then you said
Exactly.
who's the second character you said? Ryu?
Luigi. Yeah, Ryu and Luigi. Yeah.
Oh, Luigi. Okay, and
Lucario.
Luigi with his endless, like, throw combos. Okay.
Yeah,
But
we
yeah,
always go to those maps that were always moving. So I used to use those all the time. I used to just knock them off and be like, yes.
Demetrius, who's your character? And Chad and Marcus, who are y'all's characters?
I played Mario. I played Kirby. I played what's his name? He's like I forget his name. He's like the dragon dinosaur from
Yoshi.
Not Yoshi. Not Strider, but
Ridley.
Ridley. Thank you. I
Ridley?
I used to main with Ridley. Ooh.
Okay.
And pretty much any character on there, I'd give him the business. So, yeah. And then Chad knows too. So.
Oh my God, I'm trying to move on. I really am.
How about you, Marcus? Who you got, bro?
Man, OG Smash Brothers, Nintendo 64. But no matter what game I play, I'm picking my boy Kirby. I'm going with my man's Luigi.
Hey.
And I'm going with my last two go-tos is always Ness and Link.
Nice.
Oh, I used to hate
wow,
Ness.
he's using all the OGs.
I hate Ness, man.
For real, yeah.
I hate
I would only pick Kirby when we was like playing like a tournament or something.
Oh yeah.
It was to knock each other out because I know if I got knocked off the board, I could
just flow back up.
Just suck them up.
6 floaty jumps. Okay.
Yeah. But Meta Knight was off limits, by the way. We just had to we had to put Meta Knight off limits.
Oh, during the brawl days. Yeah.
Because Meta Knight was just so much cheese, man.
Yeah.
He was straight.
But what about you, Chad?
Oh man, you don't even have to ask me. I done gave this boy down here, my brother Joshua Cedric. Look, I gave him nightmares. I gave him nightmares with Donkey Kong, and Ganondorf.
Oh, use those heavy hitter characters.
He's a heavy dude.
Look, in every video game I play, I always got to get the heavy characters.
Wait, you ain't get D King? You get DD King? The alligator?
No, King.
I'm thinking the other one. I'm thinking DD King's the.
I do play with him sometimes, but mostly he just can't beat Ganondorf. I'm sorry, like he's amazing.
Oh, he got beat though.
It's over with. Like any of y'all, I don't care. Like we can get this going, man.
On that offer though, because I used to be a tournament player back in the day.
Whoa!
In the brawl days,
we got royalty in here, man.
Okay,
let's go.
That's all well and good, Cedric, but you don't want to see me, bro.
You don't even know who I play. You already underestimated.
Who you play? Who you
Who playing, Cedric?
Lucas is my number one because he's flashy. I use Shulk. Y'all ain't never seen a Shulk before, have you?
Oh, I have.
I actually love Shulk.
I used to play with
Shulk.
I use Kirby too and Pikachu, but I really am feeling Mithra and Pyra right now. They remind me of Marth and Melee, and they also remind me of Meta Knight too because Mithra is so fast. She has no lag on her attacks. She's just so much fun to play. You're just gliding across the stage, and then you just get the kill with Pyra. Yeah, I know they just came out, but I'm working on my Pyra and Mithra. But yeah, the first two though.
I'm gonna have to check them out. Yeah. Like I haven't downloaded them yet. But yeah, I'm gonna check them out.
Run those games.
I gotta get me a Switch.
Come on.
They've been down here. They've been sold out because of the whole like pandemic and all the kids was at home. So I would go to Target, Walmart, and it would be like cleaned out. Like it was nothing there. Like,
you didn't try to order it online.
And that's why I was like, I could just go online and get them. So I'm gonna join the family soon, y'all. I gotta. I'll be feeling left out, man. And I want to play Breath of the Wild so bad.
That's such a great game.
That's a really good game.
Yeah.
So good, man.
Yeah, I still got to cop Breath of the Wild. I haven't played it yet.
No, we don't.
But yeah, Cedric, just talking about like video games, is it like any like video games or like characters you ever like dreamed of working with to do the voice, or like any game you would want to work on? Any
Spyro the Dragon would be dope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
Bringing it all the way back, man. No, that's,
yes,
that's cool.
I especially getting blessed with a role like that, I would take it so seriously. I would be so grateful. That would be a dream come true. I would also love to be SpongeBob, or shout out to Tom Kenny. Hopefully he voices him forever. But if like they ever made like SpongeBob had like a brother or something like that, or a cousin, I just want to be on SpongeBob. I don't care if I'm fish number 35.
Right.
Like a fish walks into the Krusty Krab. Hey, SpongeBob, you got a Krabby Patty for me? I don't care if that's my only line. I just want to be in SpongeBob.
Right. Just be the new guy that yells out my leg. Like that would be
my leg! My
leg! Exactly, bro. Look, we're putting it out there in the universe, man. Like I want, you like I said, man, like part of the reason we got you on this podcast, like I've seen your work ethic, man. You work so hard and we want it for you, man. We definitely do. We want everything that you dreamed of doing. We want it to be put into fruition and to come true for you, man. 100%.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, Chad. You make me cry over here. I'm all emotional and stuff. You know, I didn't expect to hear all that today.
Good, man. We keep it real on the Score Round Table podcast.
Like we say down here in the South, we tell it like a TI is.
Yes.
But yeah, man, actually that's a great lead in, because you talk about classes and all that kind of stuff. How are your acting classes going, man? Like how's that working out for you?
Hard work. I'm currently doing an on-camera class, but it was acting so it can translate into my voice acting too. And I am trying to get back into on-camera. Without spoiling like what my curriculum is, I gotta memorize 2 monologues and an 11-page script, a scene and argument scene. And so I go to acting class 2 times a week, and it's like different semesters, so you can keep on upgrading. And now instead of just reading lines, now I'm memorizing. Each teacher gives us a different like way to break down the script, like writing the biography of a character, like their objectives, who they're talking to, what happened the first 24 hours, like leading to this scene. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a lot to do. And also paying attention to your partner, respond, don't think about yourself, have that person that you're talking to affect you. Where did you meet this person? Sometimes they even say by year since they were born, what did they do to get to this point? It's a lot. And I love it though, but it's definitely gonna make me a better actor after I'm done with this class, but it's hard work. I got homework. And like, I got homework that I need to turn in by Wednesday, and on Sunday I got 2 classes. Yeah, so
at 11:59, I'm in grad school, bro. So I'm there with you, like 100%.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'm doing that in between like recording sessions. So I'm not just, since I am a working voice actor, I still got like my other job, me doing my thing. But in between that, I can't rest or relax. I got to do this homework and break down these scripts. But I love it, though. It's that Capricorn mindset, constantly working. Work now, play later.
Exactly. That's
how you got. Who needs sleep anyway?
And we're staying up till 3 a.m., 5 a.m. watching Toonami.
Hey,
yeah, see, there you go. Exactly. But for you, that's studying, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's homework.
There you go. That is legit homework. But
I forgot to mention, one of my favorite anime voice actors is Greg Ayers. Like because I feel like his voice this is random, but I forgot to like mention like people who inspire me. Greg Ayers, you don't hear like a lot of high pitched voice, nasally sort of voice actors in anime, and his voice like really resonated with me. And yeah, shout out to Greg Ayers. Thank you for inspiring me. I feel a lot of the characters that he voices is a lot of the characters that I would voice. So yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I'm slipping. Which characters?
He voices Ishinoya and Noya in Haiku, the volleyball anime.
Oh, okay.
He's Ganta in Dead Man's Wonderland.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's done a lot. Why am I blanking? But those are like.
Yeah. I know exactly. I should have to really have my book because how many like haiku guests we have, like it's 6. So like the fact that I don't know that, but yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, he does an anime, but yeah, I really love his voice. Every time I'm watching an anime and I hear his voice, I'm like, "Yep, I made the right decision. I'm hooked."
No, man, that's definitely good. But I wanted to know, like in particular, like as far as we talked about anime, what are you watching like right now as far as anime, new anime that you might be getting into, old stuff that yeah. What's the list, man? Let us know. Our viewers want to know what you checking out right now, anime wise.
Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm watching it for the first time. I'm currently on like I'm on episode. Let me bring out my favorite character. So yeah, I know I'm a little late on Yu Yu Hakusho, but I'm currently on episode 70 right now. Like right
Dark
when
tournament
like
arc?
Huh?
That the Dark Tournament arc?
No, it's after the Dark Tournament. Like when the psychics are like trying to open up the gates of the underworld.
Sensui.
I gotta watch that show again, man. It's been so long since I watched it. Like,
man, I can put that song on. I can put that song, that show on at any point in time and watch it all the way through. I've watched it like 7 or 8 times. That's my show.
Let me tell you about my Yu Yu Hakusho like experience in middle school. Like I'm showing my age a little bit too now, but in middle school, the same guy who we had the Super Smash Brothers like tournament thing over his house, he was big on anime. Like how y'all are. That was like the first time I had a friend who like was really big on anime, and he used to tell me about stuff I never heard. So we used to draw like little comic books in school. And it's funny because they used to tell us we couldn't draw in class. And if we did, we would get detention. So, of course, I was in detention a lot. But
for drawing?
I know, it's crazy.
Exercising your creativity?
It's awful, man. It's awful.
They was like, it's distracting us from learning, but whatever. That's a
Oh, yeah. They want you to be that left brain person in school. When you're using both.
We used to do comics, and I used to be over there doing my little comic, and I'd be all like excited and stuff, and I come over there to show him, dog. When I say this man was like ahead of his time, he had a comic book that was like Yu Yu Hakusho mixed with Legend of Zelda and like some Dragon Ball Z. Like he had a guy who was doing like spirit stuff with his like hands, and then he would go on quests like the Legend of Zelda, and he would power up like Dragon. I was like, bro, how are you coming up with all of this by yourself? Like he was doing this all by himself. And I would go home and try to watch Yu Yu Hakusho so I could try to keep up with him and see like all his ideas from. So every time I hear that show, I think about him. I'm still cool with him to this day. I'm gonna give a shout out to him, Marcus Gates, man. I'm still repping you, my brother. You got to reconnect, but yes, man, that was my dog back in. That was my anime plug back in the day, man.
That's what's up. Yeah. We all need those, man. Yeah, that's dope stuff.
Oh yeah,
that's what's up.
Like definitely. Since we're talking about anime plugs, like the way I got onto anime was getting my butt kicked in Dragon Ball, because Chad was an avid collector of Dragon Ball video games, and he got me hooked onto them.
Okay,
yeah,
that's what's up.
Oh yeah, so
I definitely had them. And then the funny thing is, in reverse, when I got older, because man, I just went through a period where I just wasn't into. I was like under a rock. So like I talk about it all the time. Dmitri is big on hip hop, but he got me back into like rap music, and then turn around, and then Joshua got me back into anime. Like I wasn't into anime like that. And then with Marcus, I didn't watch superhero movies, so he got me into all the Marvel movies. Like I wasn't big.
Oh wow! So each of them like did something to get you back into your nerdiness. They brought you back home.
They brought me back. I was lost, Cedric.
Come home, my brother.
Right.
Come home.
But we was like Chappelle when he was Rick James. We was going like this to him. Come back.
Exactly. But yeah, so what else you been getting into, man?
After Yu Yu Hakusho, I'm definitely gonna get back into watching One Piece. I think I'm on like episode 500 something.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm like 500. And let's see. I need to finish Haiku. I'm on season 3 or 4, I think.
It's amazing.
And I want like another compelling story anime. Like I finished right before Yu Yu Hakusho. I finished Parasite. Loved it.
Yes.
Right.
I rewatched Erased. I rewatched Death Note for the 10th time. Like I want an anime like that. Those stories, I love a compelling story. Yeah, so
are you watching Beastars?
I've not seen Beastars, and I have a lot of friends in Beastars.
Yeah, you might want to check that out.
You want a compelling story?
That's a compelling story, yes.
Okay, that's next on the list. Beastars.
And then Jujutsu Kaisen, throw that in there a little bit.
Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen, yeah. I auditioned for that. Didn't get a role, unfortunately. It's all good. I still support all the voice actors that got a role in that. I'll definitely watch that.
Oh yeah, man.
For sure.
Even your own stuff, man. Have you seen? You've been catching up. Yeah, you said you've been catching up on Promised Neverland. What's going on in the new season?
Oh yeah, I watched the Japanese versions of this, so I can be educated on what's going to happen next.
What do you think so far as the manga's going?
Yeah,
I like it. It's interesting. I know people were saying it's different than the manga.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like they're trying to wrap it up. I like it though. I like how the growth of the characters. I did not see this coming, like what was happening right now, and I really like it. It's different, definitely, than season 1.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
And hopefully there's a season 2 dub. Hopefully
there should be. If it's popular, well, I don't know. It depends on how season 2 ends in the Japanese if they do, because. Yeah, a lot of people were mad about the changes from the manga. A lot of people were just like, "So you just didn't put these 2 parts in here?" Okay, yeah.
Look, as much spoiler warning as we can.
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid the spoiler warning. Like all this whole episode, I've been like trying to avoid it. I'm like, but I'll say like this: they found a way to make the show darker than it already was in season 2. They found a way to make it a lot more darker than it already was. I was like, oh wow, this is way messed up. Okay.
Yes, exactly. But even outside of so you want some compelling stuff. So even outside of anime, WandaVision, have you been watching that?
Yeah, WandaVision was great. I really enjoyed WandaVision.
Did you see the finale?
Yeah, I did.
How did you feel
no
about
spoilers.
the
I haven't
finale?
seen the finale yet.
Oh yeah,
wait, hold on.
Why'd you ask me then? You asked me as if you saw it.
I've seen everything except for the finale. Okay.
Okay.
He was like, let me ask about it, but don't tell about the finale though. Like everything else.
Except for the finale.
How about the Mandalorian then? Have you seen
Yeah, I finished the Mandalorian too.
Okay, good.
Come on now, I'm a nerd.
Hey, I gotta be sure.
I do want to. I'm thinking about starting Game of Thrones. See, the reason I didn't watch it when it was out, I don't like watching shows that everyone else watches, like when it's popular, because then it's like a hype train. So I try to wait till it's done, and then so definitely thinking about watching that. And what's that other show that's very popular? I like sci-fi and anime, so sci-fi and fantasy. So anything in that.
I got something for you.
What you got?
I got 3 shows for you. 2 of them are classics, but definitely go check out, if you haven't watched it already, Lovecraft Country.
Lovecraft. Yes. Okay, I'll check out Lovecraft.
That's on HBO Max. That's it, like because you said you like sci-fi and fantasy. It's all of that. Horror, fantasy, sci-fi, thriller. It's all in one big thing. Mm-hmm. And then I've been revisiting a lot of shows. So right now I'm watching, of course, Static Shock.
Of course.
Okay.
And I'm watching a Batman animated series, but it's actually the one that people forget about that happened like in between. It's the Batman, the one that was like out in 2005.
The CGI one?
No, he was kind of more like bulkier, and it almost looked like it was anime. The one with you just said his name, who played the Joker. What's his name? God,
Troy Baker?
No, this is the one where it looked like he had dreads.
Oh, Kevin Michael Richardson.
Oh, that one. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been watching it and I realized how good the stories were on that show. So I think that is a underrated Batman. But yes, definitely out of everything I said, Cedric, check out Lovecraft. Like it's right up your alley.
And
man. Like it's gonna have you on the edge of your seat.
Okay. I heard about Lovecraft. It was very popular when it was out. So that's why I was like, let me avoid this show until
the hype dies
down a little bit.
I'm on episode 3 of Watchmen, and I really Watchmen so far. It's different. I did not. It's different than the movie. I'm like, I did not expect them to make it like a race thing and Watchmen.
Yeah,
but it works.
I got questions though, like why are squids falling from the sky? What is
Bruh,
that?
keep watching. They explain. That's why I love that show because they explain everything that happens. If they end it somewhere, they pick it up and bring it back. This is why this is happening, brother. Keep watching it. I just gotta ask you: did that first episode not hit you in the face with some realism? Oh, we're gonna start with the
massacre.
I was like,
oh yeah.
I was like, they gonna start
Yeah,
like this?
it was definitely like unexpected, and I really like what Regina King is doing on this show. And then she win like a few awards for the show. So yeah, I really like it so far. Curious to see what the old man can do, if he can really lift people with his mind. I'm curious to see.
Oh yeah, you're in for a few surprises, man. I always talk about whenever I reference like sci-fi and blurred comics and all that. I always reference the Watchmen TV show, so you're in for a lot of good surprises. It's awesome.
Hey.
Yeah, and like I'm not gonna lie, I'm like slick out of the loop with a whole lot of shows, but the last live action show I've watched is Black Lightning. It's really good.
Oh yeah,
I watched Black Lightning and I felt like it was I've watched season 1. I thought it was copying Luke Cage, but then I saw it's a little bit more because they came out around the same time. I really like China Anne McClain, so like I watch anything that she's in, and I know she gets her powers in season 2, I believe. Did Black Lightning end, or is it still?
It's got a new season out. Yeah, it's got another. Yeah.
Is Static in there? I heard there's a rumor Static's isn't. Like I heard.
I don't think so.
Static's not in it because I haven't watched it in a while.
Yeah. Static. I don't think Static's in there, but yeah, like the show's not gonna get renewed for season 5, so they're pretty much gonna cancel it.
Yeah, they're getting rid of a lot of the shows on the CW, except for I think The Flash and I think Legends. It's saying like Supergirl's ending and all the other shows are ending besides.
Okay.
So, yeah, but Black Lightning was actually I think one of the better shows on that network because it was actually really good. Like it didn't fall off.
Does it continue with the race thing as the seasons go on?
Yeah,
I know there's a little bit of that. In season 1?
Really big on that.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a little different than Luke Cage because Luke Cage didn't really mention the race stuff till season 2.
Mm-hmm.
They did it. I think they did a little bit towards the end of season 1 when he did the big fight. There was a little bit of that, but season 2 mostly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
So what do you think about that, Cedric? Like as far as like when you have TV shows that feature like African American superheroes or African American protagonists, do you think that race is something that should be portrayed in these shows, or do you think it's an important aspect to put into a fictional character? Like what do you think about that?
Oh, like if they're a black hero, like the race is some sort of racist like villain or some sort of racist like activity going on in the series. Right. I don't think it should always be a factor because why can't they just be a person that happens to be black that's fighting crime?
That's what that's my point. That's my point. That's exactly what I say all the time.
And have you noticed too? Why are there so many black heroes that have electric powers?
Yeah.
Is it because like our spiritual energy is like incredible, so like it produces electricity? I don't know what it is. Like in Naruto, all the cloud ninjas, didn't they mostly have like electric jutsus?
Exactly.
Like there's Black Lightning, Black Vulcan, Static. And Miles Morales has electric powers.
I was like, Miles got the Venom stuff, man. I think about that. That is very interesting to think about.
Yeah,
there has to be a reason for it.
It does.
Right. Yeah. I think that's just
we don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, something there.
They're just like, hey, okay, we're creating a black character, so what's missing, guys? We're like, okay, he's strong. Okay, cool. Electric powers. Let's
make it blue this time.
That's gonna sell, right?
Let's make it blue this time. Let's change it up a bit.
Exactly.
But shout out to the black heroes that don't have electric powers, like Black Panther, War Machine. I'm talking about the ones that are in movies. Falcon,
Monica Rambeau.
Exactly. Light powers. That's different.
Yeah, she's actually very, very overpowered, and I like it. I like for that reason. Like.
Hopefully they bring Blue Marvel in the MCU as well.
That's what they need to do.
If he's really overpowered. Though.
Yes. And that would be a good Monica tie-in too. So they got to do it.
Give it to Denzel. He can play Blue Marvel.
I think so. Right.
Yes.
They need to stop. Let's not put Michael B. Jordan in all the superhero roles. Okay? I like him as much as the next guy, but let's not do that. Right? He's already.
We don't need to talk about Human
about
Torch. We don't need to talk about Human Torch.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they're already trying to make him the next Superman. So
actually, I would be okay with that. Him as Black Superman. I would be okay with that.
Gonna do it.
I mean, I can see it. Yeah.
He is coming back for Black Panther 2.
As like a flashback. What's
I'm curious to see how that's going to work.
Yeah.
Well, he could be like, because in the spirit when they eat the herb, like he's in the ancestral plane, or maybe like when he died in the first one, maybe like because Black Panther does have a healing factor.
Right.
So I don't know. In the comics, I know he does, but in the movie, it doesn't really show that. But Black Panther, he got stabbed in Black Panther. In the movie, he got thrown off a waterfall, and he survived. So Michael B. Jordan, Killmonger can't survive like him getting stabbed like that. Maybe he didn't kill him.
No, and I think so. My golden rule for like cinema and TV shows: if you don't see what happens to the character after they quote unquote die, they're still alive.
Yeah.
Right. And with comics, there's nobody dies in comics. Like they always come back. They'll always be there.
Except for Willem Dafoe in the first Spider-Man. He
did come back.
Hey, they said
he's supposed to in memories and flashbacks.
He's supposed to be in a new movie. He's supposed to be in a new movie.
He's gonna be in Spider-Man No Way Home. He's gonna be.
Yeah, that's what they say. That's the rumor. There's another rumor about that. So we got so many rumors, right?
Yeah, we know for sure that Jamie Foxx is coming back.
Hey, he got a healing factor.
Oh
yeah.
Jamie
they're
Foxx,
definitely doing Sinister Six. That's what it sounds like.
That's what they're trying to do.
They pretty much the only one they need now is Sandman, and then they have all of them. They got Vulture, they got Electro, they got Dr. Octopus, they got Scorpion.
Gonna be there because he's still alive.
Oh, Mysterio, yeah. And so the sixth one is Sandman.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get the Prowler in this one too. I want to see a fully fledged Prowler.
Oh, you want to see Donald Glover get in the suit?
Yeah, I want to see Donald Glover in the suit.
Don't tease us, man. Let him get in the suit.
I want to see Miles in this one, guys. I'm gonna say it on the podcast once again. Like, I want to see. He doesn't have to be in the costume, but in this next Spider-Man movie, I want to see Miles Morales somewhere.
Me too, because the game was really was amazing. Like, I want to see a live action version of Miles.
I'd love it to be the same guy too, because I love.
Oh, you wanted to be Najee?
Najee's so cool, man. Yeah, Najee's cool.
That'd be cool. Like, he's around the same age as Tom Holland, so it could work in that sense. Like, he doesn't have to be younger than Peter Parker. He could be the same age. He could even be older. Like, he doesn't have to be like the mentee of Peter Parker. He can be the same age as him, and he can still teach him because he's been Spider-Man longer. Yeah,
I think that'll work. I definitely think. My thing is, I just can't see. My thing is, you already have a guy because he's played Miles Morales in multiple things in the cartoons and in the video game. So I'm just like, it would make sense. He's already so in that universe as Miles. So I'm just like, for me.
And he's done on camera before. Like, he's been in like a few movies, so he can act.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Right. And we're already used to seeing his face because Miles is Najee. Like, they got the same
literally,
face, so
it's the same face. But he's different than Shameik Moore's Miles in Into the Spider-Verse. We've had so many different Miles, like the way he looks. Like, sometimes he has a fro, sometimes he has a fresh cut. Like, he might have dreads in the next one.
I know, right?
Look, Cedric, don't speak that into it. Do we really want to see a Miles with dreads?
No, I don't want to see him. No.
No, we don't.
Look, Marvel might see this podcast and they might be like, "Oh my gosh,
they want dreads."
The
people want dreads.
We don't want it. Don't want it.
Right?
How's it gonna fit in this costume under his mask? He'll have a big I almost said a cut that part out.
Gotcha.
He'll have a big like lump in his
right. He's gonna have a hood, the little rest of his like thing here, and the hair that's gonna be out of the freaking top of it.
Yeah, what if they do him like they did the like kid? What was it? Kid Flash in the CW where the top of his cowl is
yeah.
cut off and his dreads just
Oh.
come out the back.
Yeah, his whole
What?
fro come out. Yeah, it got him.
Yeah, that would be.
But how did the animated Miles put his fro in his mask? Like he had a pretty decent sized afro.
Like a good fro, man.
Yeah, maybe he just
That's animation for you. It's the
Yeah,
mask.
just-
the mask. When he puts on the
Right,
mask, it just automatically makes it go to a fresh cut. You know, that's how
We
we
just-
just takes it off, and it is a afro again.
That's funny.
Right, Miles Morales has fresh cut powers. So basically, but yeah, man.
But yeah, y'all. What do y'all think about John Cena's Sandman? Like,
Hey, you read my mind, John.
John Cena's
It just
Sandman?
looks so.
No,
Did
Yeah.
he pull it off?
No, he's not. I don't think he's not cast. But what do you think he'd make a good
Yeah.
Sandman? He looks like he could do it.
He
Yeah.
looks like yeah.
Yeah.
I like John Cena.
They might bring back the other guy.
Yeah, the old other dude.
I forgot the actor's name.
I
Yeah.
can't remember his name.
Thomas Hayden Church, I think is his name.
Yes. Thomas
Yeah.
Church.
Yeah, because it seems like they're bringing back all like the iterations of the previous people who played the characters. I could definitely see that. They might be saving John Cena for someone else though, like another big villain.
Who
Um,
knows? I wonder.
I don't know.
Who
It
could he
would be
be? Like
cool if it
someone
was somebody
muscular,
invisible.
someone
though.
huge.
Why are you playing doing the invisibility thing?
I know this would never work, but I would love to see him as like Red Hulk. But we already have Thunderbolt Ross, and he's an older guy.
Yeah,
like-
that would be dope. Though.
That would have been cool if they'd have done that. Yeah.
Like I said,
What about Ross is supposed to be like an older guy?
I don't even know if they will ever see Red Hulk in live action though. 'Cause
I
they
don't
don't
think
even
so.
know what they're doing with the Hulk, with the regular Hulk. So
We got She-Hulk, and Mark Ruffalo is gonna be in it. So
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe a tie in
and she's
there.
got to fight somebody.
Yeah,
Who's gonna fight? Who can stand up to her though in strength?
Nobody. Really.
No one.
And
Wasn't
I heard they're bringing
Abomination?
back Abomination
Yeah,
for
about
that too.
yeah, Abomination's
Oh
supposed to be in
wow.
there.
Okay. We'll
They got
see.
the rights back to Hulk, so they can do whatever they want now. And it's not a
that's cool.
movie; it's a show. So that's they can like it's a loophole. They can do whatever they want on a TV show.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what's up. And speaking of TV shows, I think we should save all superhero TV shows for Disney Plus. Like they just need to, because they have the funding to pull it off. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
WandaVision was amazing.
Yeah.
the
It
budget
looks
they had.
like-
amazing.
Yeah, and Falcon and Winter Soldier looks amazing too.
that was like a
Um,
movie.
It does-
Yeah. Out of all of them, though, I'm probably most excited for Loki.
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah,
That one looks interesting. And out of the movies, probably Thor: Love and Thunder.
yeah.
And I'm
That's gonna be
very
pretty
curious about Shang-Chi.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, me too.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
And
gonna
obviously
get the real
Spider-Man.
Mandarin. We're gonna get the actual Mandarin.
Yes.
We ain't gonna get no
The
action.
real Mandarin.
Exactly. That's gonna
The
be
real
That's
Mandarin.
gonna be heat.
That'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be.
But yeah, we just saw a picture of Natalie Portman. She is
She is
built. Like,
jacked.
she,
Yeah.
She's rich.
Looking
got
like
swole.
the character, and I was looking at the comments, and someone said she looks like. Did y'all play Last of Us Part 2? She looks like
Yes.
Abby in
Oh,
Last of Us
Oh,
Part 2.
Looks like
yeah,
Abby. She
yeah,
literally
yeah,
looks. Yes.
yeah.
Right,
That's
so
my
I'm
favorite
not the
video
only
game
one
of
that
all
got
time,
that.
though. Last
Last
of Us
of
Part
Us,
2.
From what
That was the
I didn't
best 60
finish
hours
it.
of my life.
It was.
I gotta finish it. I still haven't finished it.
It's
Yeah,
so
it was
good.
so
How can
good.
you stop playing that game? It's so
Oh,
good.
Chad.
Science,
sad, yeah, it's
science
sad.
life.
It
It's-
is sad. I
it's-
mean,
it's the, it's the
Are
life
you
of being a chemist, man.
are you on the first part still with Ellie, or are you playing Abby now?
I'm playing Abby.
Okay,
Yeah.
she has the best.
She's the
It
truth.
seems like
I
they
love her.
switched the game up when you're playing Abby because she's a character that, without spoilers, did something that will make audiences hate her. They had to make her
Basically.
part interesting. Like
did.
you could definitely tell they added more action. The graphics look
Yes.
better. Like game elements that Ellie didn't have. I'm
And
like,
she's
this is
strong.
incredible.
She's
No,
strong.
she's
man.
dope.
Like she
I
can
love her.
she can fight a dude like straight up.
She be kicking straight butt.
Man.
Yeah.
Like, my girl is swollen and angry. Like I love it. I'm just like that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, man, she's definitely dope. But
Shout out
and
to
also,
Laura Bailey who voices Abby.
yes, that's my girl.
One of my
yes.
favorite voice
For
actresses.
sure, yeah.
100%. Laura is totally awesome. But yeah, Cedric, we've talked about a lot of good stuff tonight, man. And once again, we appreciate you for coming out, man. It's been really fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. Oh, what's up, John?
Cedric. One more thing. Before we like close everything out, what's Jogo Ball? Because I was just casually scrolling through your Instagram and I saw something about that.
Okay, Jogo Ball is like this. It's like this toy that has like a lot of different games on there. It's motion games, trivia games like Truth or Dare, trivia, Simon Says, stuff like that. And it has, because the creators wanted during the pandemic, have a game that like kids can play outside instead of just staying home playing video games. You can play, be more active. It has many different actions. You can roll it, throw it, you can twist it. And I was the voice of that, and it took many hours. Like it's probably the most like lines I've ever recorded for something, for anything. Thousands of lines. It tells stories. There's like this escape room game on there where I describe everything that's going on, and then we're at this vault. Twist to open it. And I had to use my imagination because there was a part where, without spoiling anything, where so let's say since they're not seeing anything, it's like imagination. I'm describing the room. This is just something I'm making up on the spot. Okay, there's lava in front of us. How will we get past this lava? Throw me, and then I will make like a platform to jump on. It's just like that. I described what was going on. That was really fun. A lot of hard work though. Like
how long was that process to record all those lines?
3 to 4 months to record all that.
My goodness.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
My first toy voiceover.
How does it feel to be a toy, man? Isn't that cool?
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Like
exactly. So
all those different stuff you can do in voice acting, like I never would have thought. I even did voices for an amusement park ride before. Like it's some Pacific Rim ride. Some amusement park, I forgot which one. But yeah, like you can hear my voice in the amusement park. So yeah, so many different things. There's audiobooks, there's promos and trailers, obviously video games, cartoons, anime, so many different things, e-learning, corporate stuff. So yeah.
You seem like it'd be really great for a lot of e-learning too.
Oh, there's a lot of money in that. I have not made a demo for that yet, but I'm technically Jogo Ball's kind of e-learning because we're teaching kids about certain actions that they can do and just being more active in general and doing trivia questions. So it's kind of e-learning.
That's 100% what it is. Yeah, that's really cool, man.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. I never thought that. This is something you don't think of. I'm wondering, how do you even get into that area of work? I never would have thought, because there's somebody that I guess did the voices for, I guess, Bop It or the sounds, or those even get into that area. That's crazy. I never would have thought of it.
And if you think about it, there's voice acting is everywhere. Like the voice you hear when you're on the bus. Yeah. Like now arriving on 5th Street.
True.
That's wild.
Siri, that's a voiceover job. Like that, she recorded a bunch of stuff for that. The voice of Siri, like, it's literally everywhere.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. So
love this industry.
That's pretty cool. Just a lot of different, just acting in general, just a lot of different avenues. Because the one thing I've liked since being quarantined and having to be inside, just looking at all the different fields and areas that actors can go into. Because you have Amazon doing original shows, Hulu doing original shows, you got YouTube doing original shows. Everybody has an area for prospective actors to go into. That's really cool.
Yeah. It's great time to be an artist right now. And it is good to expand eventually, even though the e-learning and the commercials and like the audiobooks aren't the most popular stuff. It's still that's a steady paycheck right there. And it's just like expanding yourself and just doing different avenues. It may not be as fun as like a cartoon or a video game. You might not even get fans from it. You want that longevity and you want that constant, you want this to be a full-time career.
Exactly, man. Yeah. And that's a lot of good stuff. And definitely with that in mind, I know thriving in this industry, such as voice acting, can be tough, especially for, like we talked about earlier, like people of color who might not feel like they belong in this industry in particular. So I wanted to know, as one of the last things we'll ask before we head out, what advice would you give to prospective voice actors?
To never quit. Your dream is valid. Don't ever let anyone tell you can't do anything. Don't let your race, sexuality, or any of that stop you from doing what you want to do. If you want to be a voice actor, go for it. Educate yourself. Learn from the people who are doing it. Take a class and If there's no like big agencies in your area, then there's like pay to play sites that you can go on. Go on I want to be a voice actor.com. It's a site made by D. Bradley Baker. He explains everything. He has exercises that you can do. He has like classes that you can take. It's a helpful guide that will help you get started. And just be persistent. There'll be a lot of rejection, but don't let that stop you. Because it's like kind of like that analogy, like the diamond miner, mining for diamonds, and he keeps going and he like gives up. But if he would have dug one more time, he would have found the diamonds. Yep. So don't miss out on your diamonds, because it could be that next one last little, and then you found your treasure.
Amazing.
There you go.
Amazing.
That is good.
That's a good one, man. Great words, man, from the legend himself, man, Mr.
Yes.
Cedric.
Legend. I like the sound of that.
It's okay, that you're terrible at Smash. We still
it's all right. Legend, it's okay. It's okay.
We might have to exchange friend codes after this podcast.
Oh, he said, bring it on.
We good, man. I'm definitely here for it 100%, man. It's all jokes, man. We just once again appreciate you for coming out, man. And like I said, that's great stuff that you got out there for our viewers and listeners, letting them know, just give that extra little bit, man. Like when you feel like you have nothing left in the tank. That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
And before we go, we want you to let all of our viewers and listeners know out there, like what you got going on right now, where they can find you on social media, some things that you can talk about that you have going on in the future, all of that good stuff, man.
All right. I'll start off with the social media plugs. You can find me on Instagram /Cedric L. Williams. That's CEDRICLWILIAMS. On Twitter at Ced Williams Jr. CEDWILIAMS JR. I have a Twitch too. I just started Twitch. It's
nice.
cedyplayerone. cedyplayerone.
Okay. I see what you did.
CEDY player PLAYER, and then you spell out one, ONE. You can currently see me hear my voice on Kurapika's Basketball on Netflix. Hunter, I believe, is on Hulu. Promised Neverland is also on Netflix. Let's see, what can I talk about? I have an upcoming show coming out in 2022 called Friend Space. It's about 3 kids that go to different planets and they make friends with aliens. It's a really cute show. It's going to be awesome. Currently still recording that, but it was announced already, so I can talk about it. At the time of this podcast, it's currently not out. So if you're watching this in 2022, it's probably going to be out. And Droners is another show I can talk about. I play 3 characters in that. It's kind of like a action, fast-paced adventure show cartoon about these kids on an island that race drones, and they have the fate of their island is at stake. When they win, it kind of helps out their island to not be destroyed, or I think something like that. It's a lot of lore with this series. It's gonna be awesome. And yeah, that's all I can talk about right now. And I have a couple of animes coming out, but I can't talk about those right now. Oh, you can also see me on Sleepy Princess in the Demon Castle. I play Baddie Diamond. I'm in one episode on that. But it's a really funny character. So yeah.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff
to
definitely.
Come.
Yeah, man. No worries for all of our viewers and listeners out there. We will put all of Cedric's information in the description below. So yeah, guys, just like every week, guess what time it is?
Shameless
promotion.
Yes. It is time for our shameless promotional, and we are the Square Roundtable Podcast. And you can catch us every Friday on MajorsOnMusic.com at 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 12 p.m. Central Time, and 1 p.m. Eastern Time.
And you can catch us on YouTube on a Friday at any time. And if you like the video, smack the like button, comment on anything that we talked about in the video. And tell us your favorite Smash character, because I want to know these. I want to know these things. And if you want to throw hands, put your code down there too.
We can go.
Let's get it.
Go.
And also subscribe. Hit that notification bell on the side of the video so you get notified of our videos and future videos we put out. And join our Facebook group on obviously Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the Square Roundtable. And yeah, that's about it.
And also give our selfies and Cedric selfies.
There you go.
Yes, like everyone's selfies. We work
Like
hard.
our selfies.
We work hard. We work hard to get these
Angles right. Yes. So
How about the
much work.
angles and the lighting?
The angles in the lighting, man. We work hard out here, guys. But yeah, guys, all good stuff, man. We really had a great time tonight, and I would love all of us to introduce ourselves one more time before we head out, including our awesome guest. And I am your host, Chad Singleton.
Dmitri.
Josh Singleton.
I'm Marcus.
Cedric Williams.
And this has been the Square Roundtable. We are out.
Peace.
Peace.